Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Peachy and this channel is all about my Sylvanian families collection. For today's video, we're going to be taking a look at another couple of sets I got for Christmas. And I thought these two sets went well together in a video since they're both in really fancy, detailed looking clothes. So on the left here, we have the beautiful wedding pair set with Ivy Embroidery. And then on the right, we have the Floral Garden Pair set Liberty print. And both of these sets came out in Japan in 2025. As far as I'm aware, they're both exclusive products to the Sylvanian family's official online store and the physical shops in Japan. I would imagine we'll get this one in the worldwide range. This one started out as a collaboration item though, so we may or may not get this one, unsure. So let's start with the wedding set and then we'll take a look at the Liberty print set. So you can see the packaging on this box is really pretty. It's got these little lace kind of doily details with really intricate kind of ivy themed lace. And that wraps all the way around the box. Really, really pretty. And then there's kind of a rose flower, almost wallpaper-esque print here. Got the usual warnings on the back as well as the set name just here. 2025 marker. The bottom of the box is completely lacy detailed. I don't know whether that's showing up too well on camera though. It's having a hard time focusing on it. And then the top has this cute little pink ribbon tied into a bow, almost like a wedding present. The background on this is lovely. There's flowers, they're like walking down the aisle, and there's this lovely floral arch in the background. Outdoor scene, as it's an outdoor wedding by the looks of things, and then lots of petals and flowers all over the floor. This is a beautiful box if you are planning to display an item in box. This is another very nice one to be able to put on your shelf and just leave them in there looking lovely. I'm really interested to take a closer look at the clothes though, so let's go ahead and get them open. So here they are without the glare of the box. Her dress is flipping up quite a lot, but you can really see the nice embroidery details there. But let's start with the groom. So these are, of course, the infamous chocolate rabbit family. I'm not sure whether this is the mum and dad or whether they are kind of supplementary characters. In my village, they'll be probably supplementary characters. But let's have a look at the outfits because they look really nicely detailed. So the fabric on the groom is a kind of silky, but it's not horribly like cheap feeling. It feels quite thick and nice, soft and silky. You've got the trousers and they've got this kind of pin tuck down the front. Space for his little tail at the back. It's got this nice silver jacket with a high collar. Now I'm guessing the jacket's going to be one piece. Yeah, you can see that there. Got the construction in the back to be able to have his tail through it. And then he has this beautiful ivory embroidered waistcoat. So this isn't a separate piece, it's sewn to the shirt, or rather the shirt sleeves are sewn under it. So it looks like a waistcoat, but it's actually all one piece. That is separate to the trousers though. You can see the trousers there, separate piece, and they just do up with elastic. I'm not going to take them off because I always struggle to get the tails back in a good position. But it is a nice three-piece suit. Now the details on this are really lovely. This is actually embroidered on, it's not painted. It's actually embroidered on there with embroidery thread, as you can see, hopefully on camera. Lovely ivory details, and he's got this cute little dark green bow tie which completes the whole look. I think he looks really, really smart. I like the coloration on this. It's a bit different to some of the suits we've seen before, and it's got a real nice amount of detail on it considering it is the groom. Usually the bride gets paid the most attention. So it's nice to see the groom getting an equally detailed outfit. So we'll pop him there and then we'll take a look at the bride. Here's that background without them in there as well, so you can see it a bit better. It's a shame it's got these holes in. These are for the tails. But that would make a really nice backdrop, especially if you could do something about this. But here we have the bride, and these are the adult size figures. So her dress is really lovely as well. It's got multiple layers. She's got this beautiful veil. So let's start with the veil, and the lace on this is really nice. It feels quite heavyweight considering what we usually get on Sylvanian dresses. Lovely amount of detail on it. Multiple bits of lace work there. And then it's on this really pretty headband. It's got this pearl detail on it along with more lovely lace. You can see it there. It's just elasticated and goes around her ears. But I think this is an absolutely lovely piece. Really detailed. Then we have the dress itself. So it's kind of a halter neck style, or the sleeves are these lovely little pearl beads. It's got an interesting shape at the front. It's got this nice bow on it, some more lace detailing there, quite stiff lace there that stands up of its own accord. The bulk of the dress is the same kind of silky fabric as the suit was. And we can see it does up with Velcro at the back, but it looks like it's a number of layers. So I think she has a separate, I feel bad undressing her on camera, but she's got this kind of overlay layer, which is the top of the dress. And on here you can see the beautiful embroidery again in that ivy shape. It's also got this lace trim around the end. You can see the backing of the embroidery there, as well as some kind of, it's not horsehair braid, but it is like interfacing to make the skirt kind of poof a bit. And that just attaches with Velcro at the back. Then the underlayer is almost like a kind of underskirt petticoat kind of thing, and it's multiple layers. So you've got a couple of tulle layers there, and then a silky layer underneath with some more trim on it. And this is just elasticated at the waist and goes over her tail. And that's kind of forming the underlayer of the dress. Let's pop her top back on. So again, really, really detailed, multiple layers of fabric and clothing pieces. I absolutely love this dress. It looks really big and poofy and almost princessy. Definitely one of the prettiest bride dresses we've had in the range to date, I think. But we have had some lovely wedding sets, but this one, I just think the embroidery really elevates it, and I love the pearl details on the sleeves. These would be really nice as wedding cake toppers. If you were getting married and, you know, really into Sylvanians, these could make some really lovely wedding cake toppers. But now let's have a look at this one. So this box is the latest in the Liberty print fabric series. There's been a few sets. There was a Persian cat pair set. There was a Persian cat kind of living room set. There was a Stella and William couple set. Oh, and there was a Liberty print bedroom set with a Milk Rabbit sister. I think that's all of them, but I might be misremembering. And now we have this Floral Garden Pair set. This set features the older sister characters, so we have Stella Chocolate over here and Felicia Tuxedo, or Marlowe, over here from the Tuxedo Cat family. They're in these gorgeous Victorian-esque dresses. They look a little bit like Lolita fashion, if you know that fashion sub-style from Japan. Looks a little bit like that as well, especially this headdress piece. The box on these is really pretty. It looks quite similar to the packaging we've seen recently for these Liberty print sets. It looks very much like the bedroom set that came out prior to this one, I think. It's got some nice flowers here, purple and cream, and then it's got this kind of almost bow ribbon-esque crisscross pattern in this cream colour with white. That goes all the way around the box. On the back we've got the set name here, 25 marker there, and then the usual warnings, etc. Got some more information on the bottom, and then the top is just the window. The background on this is again really lovely. They're out in a garden. There's this beautiful gazebo in the background, and then some chairs there where they're presumably having tea or something like that, and these fruit trees surrounding. We'll see it a bit better when I open it up. Again, really interested to see what the detail's like on these clothes. Oh, interesting. These are secured in slightly differently than usual. So I've removed them from the box and we can take a look at the background. You can see there's these lovely trees here with all this beautiful blossom. I thought it was fruit, but I think it's actually blossom. Chair and table, and then this really pretty garden scene. And this one doesn't have any holes in the back, so this would make a really nice kind of little setup. The figures themselves are secured in a little strangely. They've got these kind of foot stand things with these that were looped through the box. I have freed them both now though, so let's start with Stella, who is the Chocolate Rabbit older sister, and her dress again looks to be in multiple layers, but this is gorgeous Liberty print fabric. It's so pretty. It's a really soft cottony, so it's not the usual printed on fabric that they sometimes use. It's shiny and can sometimes feel a little bit cheap. This feels nice quality. It's got pretty lace all the way around. Then under that she's got a blue pinstripe, blue and white skirt piece. It's got this lovely ruffle around the edge as well, which just really makes it just that little bit extra detail. Then she has this kind of lacy shawl piece, which I really love. It's really kind of delicate. Two kinds of lace on it, a thicker, more cottony one, and then a lighter, more lacy one. That's got some nice scallop details and flowers and things on it. It's got a cute pink bow, and I really like that colour pink. And then she has a matching headdress in that same Liberty print fabric as the back of the dress. Lace all the way around. It's got the holes for her ears. And then it's got these cute bows on either side and pink elastic to secure it under her chin. But let's try and take these layers off and work out what we're kind of dealing with here. So there's some Velcro that I can see there. I'm going to move her arm out of the way. So what is that attached to? Right, so there's side attachment on this kind of overskirt piece. So you could have the dress without that if you wanted to make it a little bit less formal, I suppose. And then I think this part is elastic, and that can also be taken off. And then she's got kind of puff sleeves, and this is that same fabric from the back of the dress in a kind of top that goes around the back. And then this part is all one piece, so top and skirt together. I'm not going to take the headdress off because I feel like that's going to be really annoying to try and position back where it is or get over the ears, so we'll leave that on. But it's a 4-piece outfit, so you've got the headdress, the main body of the dress, the shawl, and the wraparound skirt. So I like that it comes in pieces, and when it's like this, it looks a bit less formal. You could take the headdress off as well and have it look a lot less formal. Or you can have everything on and have it look really, really fancy, like she's a Victorian lady promenading about the garden. So that just attaches on like so. And let's put her shawl back on as well. Give her the complete outfit. I think it's absolutely lovely. I love really intricate, pretty dresses like this, and she looks like a Victorian princess. Really, really love this outfit. Love the train on the dress. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The amount of detail in there is really, really good. That's usually the case with these Liberty print sets because they are exclusive and they kind of feel more like collector items rather than maybe to be played with, because they are just that bit more intricate and delicate. I don't think you'd want to keep taking these clothes on and off. The lace definitely could probably get damaged. It's quite delicate feeling in its intricacy. Now let's have a look at Felicia. She has a darker colour palette, which I really like. It goes nicely with her darker markings on her ear. Don't know why it doesn't want to focus on her. There we go. So her dress style is slightly different. So she has it's coming out really blue on camera, but it's slightly more minty green blue in real life. That's in a checked gingham. She also has a ruffle around the edge of her skirt though, which is lovely, just that added little bit of detail. Her overdress is in the Liberty print fabric, and it kind of looks like maybe all separate pieces again. So it looks like, before I start undressing her, let's take a look at the whole thing actually. So she's got this kind of poofy skirt layer as well. Then she's got the top of the dress has these lovely puffy sleeves. She's got this kind of collar area with this lovely lace, gold button details, and then a kind of silky tight collar that goes up around her neck. She then also has a different style of headpiece. This lovely, almost like a scrunchie, elasticated with this beautiful blue rose detail that's in a kind of silky fabric, and also this lovely pearl detail hanging off it there, which I think looks really elevated. So in terms of pieces for this one, we have a separate skirt piece here. So that just goes around the waist and creates the overskirt. Just attaches with Velcro. But I like the way it's constructed in that the Velcro is not super obvious. Then we have the dress itself, and I'm guessing this is going to be, yep, all one piece. So she has one less piece, no shawl for her. She has the full dress, the overskirt, and then her little ear accessory. Again, if you wanted to make the outfit look a little bit less fancy, you could take off the ear accessory and the overskirt and she'd look a little bit plainer. Still definitely a fancy outfit, but not quite as over the top as it is with everything together. She's got her cute little tail. No shoes or anything on these. Let's just pop her overskirt back on. I feel like these overskirts are really well executed, as I don't know if I would have spotted that it was necessarily a separate piece, especially from the front. It's got a nice waistband and it just kind of blends in perfectly with the rest of the dress. And then if we bring them together, Stella's is a little bit more fancy. I would say the shawl really elevates it. She just looks a little bit more dressed in the kind of an OTT style. But I think they look absolutely lovely together. These would work really well with any sort of tea party set. The Rose Garden tea party comes to mind particularly, or maybe the Lauderay set. But these would look perfect in my mind in any tea party scene. Just bringing back in the other two figures that we've opened today so we can see all four of them together. And that kind of brings me to the end of the video. Thoughts on these sets are that the clothes are just as detailed and lovely as I was hoping they would be. Really some of the best detailed clothes we've got in the range at the moment. Let me know what you think of these sets down in the comments. I always love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye for now.